Hi, my name is Trey Borland, and this is my instrument. So, it's a bunch of pipes just resting on this piece of wood, and the mechanism, and you hit it with this hammer. And the mechanism for the hammer has a hinge, and you pull on the hammer with the string to move it up and down. And to have this piece of wood, put your foot right here, and you can adjust which pipe you hit with your foot. And this is Happy Birthday. So some of my Edison moments were just kind of figuring out what kind of project I want to do, like what kind of instrument I wanted to make. I did a bit of research and I decided that I want to do sort of a xylophone type instrument. So that's what I did. I had a lot of materials to make it with, so I just kind of went for it and picked one. And at first I had these steel stakes, metal stakes, and I just laid them on the ground and I started hitting them with another piece of metal. And once I had them in the right order, it pretty much sounded close to Happy Birthday. So I was pretty excited about that because I didn't think it would sound like Happy Birthday. So I tried tuning it and cutting the pieces of metal with a saw, electric saw, and once I cut them, it totally ruined the sound that they were making, and it didn't sound anything like Happy Birthday. So I kind of didn't want to work with those anymore, and just started over. And I started to use a different material, which was these pipes, and they looked a lot more cleaner and newer. The stakes that I was using were sort of rusty. So I was thinking that I would use a material that was more consistent than the metal stakes, because they were not. So that's what I did, and I cut them at different lengths, and they consistently made noises. Like, each one has a different pitch, and it's pretty consistent, unlike the other stakes that I used. And when I was doing my research, I saw a lot of troubles that people had was mounting the whatever they made their xylophone out of, mounting it onto a piece of wood usually, and a lot of times it muffled the noise, so I didn't want to really bother with trying to mount the pipes onto the wood, so I just kept them as is, just resting. I made little indents on the wood with sander. It's like a rotating sander thing, don't know what it's called. And the mechanism, I knew I wanted to have something that kind of, like, you know, had like a lever, sort of, that just kind of went down and hit the xylophone. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with it, but I kind of just came up with something. Just put a hammer, welded it onto a hinge, I guess, and just put a screw into it, and then tied a string onto it, and it was pretty simple. It's not anything complicated. And yeah, I would say the hardest part was just figuring out what I wanted to do, what I wanted to make it out of. And yeah, the mechanism was also pretty challenging. And yeah.